Hey everybody, welcome to Aimee Nolte Music. I've found a pretty empty street. Actually, I've ridden this street before in my videos to make you another skateboarding video. It's even nicer during the COVID-19 crisis because no one's around hardly at all. So it might be a quieter video than normal, which is a good thing. And this video today is for all of you who go to jazz concerts or who maybe have never been because you're too scared to go to one because you don't know the etiquette. All right, this is what I'm here to tell you about. When you go to a rock concert, like say you go to a Tom Petty concert, you know when the song's ending. You know as soon as, they start putting their guitars in front of the amps and shaking them, everything gets all distorted, the audience goes crazy, the lights come up. You know when to clap, you know when the song's done. But, about probably, at least 25-30% of the time at a jazz club, they're playing a slow, beautiful, intimate song. A song that ends like this. Boop. And you don't want to be the first person to clap. It's silent in that club. And how do you even know the song's going to be over? Like, you don't know anything about jazz, maybe, and for all you know, the song might just kick right up and start up again. You don't know. That's a train. So that's one problem right there, but it's not like that's the only place to clap at a jazz concert when tunes are finished. Nope, it's not. There's a lot of clapping at jazz concerts, and you newbies, you might not know it, but you're supposed to clap at the end of every solo. It's expected of you to know when one person is finished with their solo and the next person has begun their solo. It can be tricky. It can especially be tricky when jazz musicians do a thing called trading fours, which is where saxophone takes 4 bars, drummer takes 4 bars, piano takes 4 bars, drummer takes 4 bars, trumpet takes 4 bars, drummer takes 4 bars. It's where everybody does 4 bars, but it's back and forth with the drummer. Trading with the drummer. And I've been to some concerts before where a piano player takes 4 bars, drummer starts to take 4 bars, and some people clap because they don't get that piano player only just took 4 bars and that's it. Like, then it's going to be the drummer's turn for 4 bars, and then it's going to be the saxophone's player turn for 4 bars, and then the trumpet. Like, that's a situation you kind of have to understand, is that sometimes there's going to be trading fours. Well, I'd like to tell you that those fours typically happen toward the end of a tune. So after everybody else has taken their solo, it's customary then that everybody will take 4 bars and trade back and forth with the drummer. It's just kind of how it goes most of the time. You might run into somebody, a little bit out of the box that decides to do that right up front, but not often. So anyway, if the piano player's already taken their solo and it looks like they're gonna solo again, you should say to yourself in this moment, I'll bet they're trading 4s. And then you see, they also might trade 8s. You just gotta check it out a little bit. You gotta see. Don't be the first one to clap if it's your first time at a jazz concert. Sometimes the song, like I said, might be very slow and intimate and special and tender. I hate that word. And somebody might end their solo, right? Like it might be the end of a piano solo, but it's such a quiet, just quiet moment that you don't want to clap, but you know their solo's over. But maybe you feel like clapping would totally ruin the vibe of everything. It would. There are times on a very slow song when you absolutely should not clap because it'll ruin the spirit of everything. But I'd like to give you a little bit of a heads up about what you can do in that situation if everything ends in the piano solo and it's so quiet. The drums are just barely, bass plays, just everything's so quiet and nobody's clapping, but it's the next person's turn to solo. Just give it one of these. That's a pretty good Just something very tiny. This is another one you can do. All right. Just like that. Not, all right. No, but all right. Just to yourself. That way, people who are paying in the club and they're sitting next to you, like they don't get mad at you for ruining the vibe, but they know that you know the solo's over. You've proved it. You're a worthy audience member at this point. You know that solo's over. You just said, all right. Here's a good question. Is it okay to clap any other time at a jazz concert other than the end of a song and in between solos? What if somebody's playing so dang hard and they're grooving and you're feeling it and you want to like get up and dance? Can you clap? Like can you clap to the beat at a jazz show? No, I've covered this in other videos before. My video about clapping on 1 and 3 versus clapping on 2 and 4. It's not okay. If the people on the bandstand clap, you can clap with them. If they invite you to clap, you can clap. But no one of their own accord ever should just start clapping at a jazz show. It won't look good on you. And what if you really, really like a solo and it's right in the middle of the solo and things are hot and the energy is high, the band is super swinging? Can you clap to tell if it's a saxophone player or whatever that you're enjoying the solo right in the middle of it? No, not really. You might give like 2 claps. Here, let's see. You could do like one of these, like, You could do that. That might be okay. Yeah, something like that. But nothing to take away from the beat that the band, or the groove that the band is providing. Your clap can do that. Now, there are other ways of expressing your appreciation to the band while they're in the middle of doing what they do. Now, we're not crazy, us jazz-loving, concert-attending people. I mean, I'm not saying that you could, like, show your appreciation by, say, throwing a bra on the stage or anything like that. That never happened. You tell me if that's happened, I want to know about it, but nothing like that. But are there ways to show your appreciation during the solo or while the band is really swinging? Yes. I've made a short list of appropriate words and phrases. Words and phrases that are okay to be shouted or spoken during the band's performance. The first one is like this. It's like you agree with them. It's like, okay, that's one. You can do that. Everybody try with me. Okay, like that. The next one is very similar. It's all right, like that. Just give a little up at the end. All right, like that. That's a good one. Say you actually are friends with one of the performers on the stage. You know them. Like say it's your buddy Matt. And he's up there swinging his tail off. Fully acceptable to go, yeah, Matt! That's okay, if it's a loud moment. If Matt has you in that very focused, intimate spot though, and it's a slow, quiet song, and he plays something just extra tasty, yeah, Matt, that might be okay. Other words that are appropriate to say. Go. That's okay. I've been known to say a go. But, you know, I think my top word, for me anyway, is just a solid yeah. Yeah. That's one way. That's the short yeah. Try that. Yep. It's kind of a yep. That's okay too. Of course, it can be a little more long and lingering if you choose. Yeah. That one can be repeated with a slightly higher pitch. Yeah. Maybe only two though. You really don't want to bug the people that are around you. You don't want to make them wish that they didn't sit next to you. That's a huge point. I should really be driving home today. You don't want the people who are sitting next to you to be sorry they sat next to you. Sometimes you might want to let loose with like a ooh, like that, just ooh, or oh. That's okay too. Whew, more cars on the street than I thought there would be. That's okay too. Ooh, ooh, that's okay. You might even throw out a get it. But you don't want it to, you know, these people are playing music. You don't want it to sound like you're watching them get it on or something. And you're not at a sporting event. Right? So your enthusiasm needs to be a little more curbed than that, I think. Don't think I've ever heard anybody be like, "Oh, Devin, go, Devin, go, go, Devin." I don't think I've ever heard that before if your friend's name is Devin. No, but again, like I said, "Ooh, go, Devin." That's okay. I'll tell you what, sometimes a jazz band, they do a thing called a break. They might be playing along, and if you are the one who yells, "Go, Devin!" right at that point, people are gonna wish they did not sit next to you. Other words that are okay to say. If you can pull it off. I don't think I can pull this one off, but you could say, "You go." You could try that one. I don't try that one, but again, okay. Yeah. Play it. You can say play it. That'd be all right. I've heard somebody just say before, tell them or preach, kind of like the things that you might say if you were in church. Jazz, in many ways, is church. So if you're a church-going person, a lot of times I think it's appropriate to just pretend like you're in church. You're being fed something very spiritual and respond appropriately. Hands swaying in the air might be a little much, but if the Spirit moves you, you know, this music of ours, unfortunately, sometimes is overrun with gatekeepers. And I don't want to come off like a gatekeeper in this video at all. I don't want to be somebody who keeps you out of doing what you want to do. I just want to help you if you're going and if you don't know the etiquette of the jazz concert. That's the only purpose here. Watching her walk away, I wasn't ready, seeing her go. It feels unsteady, not knowing every day all of the places people should know. She shines so bright, it blows a kiss to the sun and paddles so hard, never losing sight. There goes my girl. It's a nice family taking a bike ride. Ooh, I didn't mention it before, but my microphone is the Seinhesser MKE2 Elements. You can tell it's picking up everything, even that motorcyclist with their sound way up, as well as the chain on that cute little banana seat bike. Definitely 6 feet apart. I'm right next to the airport in Pomona. I want everybody at the jazz shows. I just want you to feel like you belong there when you get there. I want you to know what to expect, how to behave, how to enjoy yourself to the fullest. Oh, this is sweet. We have, okay. All right. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Go, Matt. Tell him. Woo. Oh. If you've got any that you'd like to add, I'd appreciate you adding them in the comments for sure. And what a perfect opportunity for us to practice our jazz concert etiquette when we can't go to any jazz concerts when it's March 31st, 2020. This is the time to practice, everybody. Not the time to hear concerts, only virtual ones, but it is the time to practice the etiquette. So why don't you turn on a concert on YouTube, some live performance that you love. Practice a little bit. That one's okay too. Maybe. And, you know, I'd save it like maybe 1 or 2 per song. That's about it. It's Mustang 5.0. And also, you know, I'm just joking around with you. I'm always just joking around. Go to the concert, behave however you want. Throw your flippin' bra up on the stage if you want. Like I said, if the spirit moves you. I'm just here to help people keep their bras on. Underwear too. All right, everybody. I hope this has been helpful. I hope you'll take my advice to heart next time you're out in public with people viewing a jazz concert. Use 1 or 2 of them. Use all like 10 of them if you want. Whatever floats your boat. Everybody stay safe, stay sane. I'll see you next time on Aimee Nolte Music.